My dear Patreon and Telegram subscribers, welcome to this week of June. We are in the middle of it, between the 9th and the 15th, a week packed with action and a lot of astrology. And yes, I would like to give you a nutshell, a summary for the global astrology. It would be a bearish start from a global perspective on Monday. Then we continue bullish on Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, some delays can still occur as we see. The price action is slow depending on the liquidity. And then we do have a mixed energy in the end of the week. I would like also to say that the highlight is actually on Sunday. I don't know why the big astrology always happens on Sunday this year. And it is the Jupiter-Saturn square, which is a long-term aspect that can be felt actually from the mid of the week. It is bearish in nature, but historically, and I talk about the recent history, it will not really trigger a big bearish influence on Bitcoin's price. But you can really look at the whole video if you are interested. I link it here. I will also discuss with the chart in front of me. It is at the end of the video for the ones who are interested for this. But yes, I do think we will have a strong bearish volatility on Sunday exactly, not so much because of this square, but we have another square between Mars and Uranus, and that one could be really important. And I see it somehow again linked to some government or geopolitical turmoil even. It can be, but it will be of another nature due to the fact that Mars is now in the sidereal Leo, but it's in the Maga Nakshatra or constellation where it talks about this government. It could be also international pressure that is building up, and this will somehow trigger a price dump around the date, because again it's Sunday, but we can see it around this. I don't exclude Friday for a shake-up as well, especially in the second part of the day UTC. So this being said, I would like to go now into the head-to-head comparison for the macro for crypto, so to speak, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the gold and silver index XAU, and then we will talk a bit about altcoins as always. So let's dive into it. This is the PDF for the head-to-head comparison at weekly level, and you will get it attached to the entry together with the financial calendar cheat sheet on Patreon, and in Telegram I will send both attachments in the channel. So basically you can see here the previous weekend, which I put it always as a reminder, so nothing really shocking, I would say. I filmed this on the 5th of June, so I think, yes, I know now that there are dumps and they were expected, but it's also a recovery. So it will be a sort of volatile weekend also, in my opinion. It depends also how much transaction volume we have, but nothing disastrous as you see. We do have good weather, and this is valid for all, basically. For Bitcoin, it's basically on Sunday the weakest influence in a positive way from all the others. So the working week, which is very important, first of all, we have on the 11th a very important influence that is really good to mention, but I was also quite reserved to mention it in the global astrology video, because we still have a lot of turmoil on an international macro context, and I don't know how strong it will be really in the end. It depends, but we have potential on the 11th with a Jupiter-Venus positive influence for Bitcoin, and this is mid-week So the mid of the week, like I said, we have Tuesday and Wednesday in general positive, also from a market perspective, from the global astrology, and we do have on the other hand also some bearish influences. These fires on Bitcoin, they are in their own horoscope. We do have also the energy of the full moon in the mid of the week. And Ethereum is also positive on the 10th with good aspects. Actually, it is even stronger than Bitcoin, or it looks like this. So here I think we will have a local peak that will not be sustainable. This is how I see it. And then we will get a correction on Thursday, because we do have here in the Bitcoin horoscope at day level some negative influence. It's low intensity, but you see also the red moon crescents which point towards decreases at hourly level during the day. So from Thursday onwards, I would say there would be some corrections, then a recovery again on Friday. This is possible, at least to a certain degree, seeing how the market moves. On the 12th, it could be something that has global reach, so to speak, because you see also XAU has negative influences, and in the first part of the week, XAU is not so strong. So it looks like a pretty neutral week for XAU with some occasional price drops. And the weekend is important, and I would really pinpoint towards this one on the 15th, because we do have bearish influences here. We do have high volatility with the Bitcoin fire, which is a negative fire, and also from Saturday we can feel already this energy actually from the mid of the week. I still think we will get some local peak in the mid of the week. It depends also what the transaction volume is, but don't expect it to last. So it's good to check indicators. Always check TA, the real time, for confirmation, and see if it's appropriate to cash in some profits off the table. And the weekend, so I don't see it very dangerous. In a way it is. I think we will see more on Monday. This is my impression, but it could happen that we see some influences on Friday as well. I'm more worried about Thursday, to be honest. And in the end of the week, please mark the fact that despite of the global astrology, which is negative, we do have for XAU some bullish aspects. So if gold would rise, maybe again it will be a return to heaven, to safe haven assets basically, and this is not an influence to neglect. Altcoins, blue chips, I would say that my picks would be Solana and Doge, because they do have positive aspects in their own astrology, and it is stronger influence in the first part of the week. Solana could go further, Doge I don't think, so the first half of the week is more important, but it depends also how much the price fluctuates for BTC this week. Then I would like to advise also, maybe it's worthwhile to have a look at XRP and XLM, maybe for the ones who consider short-term trading, because yes, they don't have a clear direction, but they do have also solid aspects this week that even if they are mixed, there are many. So when there are many, then it means that you can really catch some leg up, especially if we have good transaction volume. Now some closing thoughts. I know this starts to be too long, so I will try to keep it concise. I would advise caution in the mid of the month. I see really synchronized influences that are long-term between the market and BTC, so to speak. You can see them, the ones in platinum, you have them also head to head. So look at that. We have I think 14, 15, 16, 17 bearish, but 15th is very strong because it's long term and it's aligned with Bitcoin. And it is really the case that we can see some more significant correction at that time, and yes, then it will go up, but the question is if you want to cash in some profits for the short term or not. So just have this into account. And I know we had also days where there was a lot of red, and actually what happened is that yes, they were delayed and we got the drops, but then recovery is on the way. So I do think any drop we will have, it's possible that it won't last much, but with such turmoil on the international scene, with the Ukraine-Russia related conflict and the tariffs topic, and how this will be a driver for the economic data that is inspected by Fed in the next months, I think this will be crucial to follow and to assess also the potential magnitude based on the money flow that really takes place. We cannot predict the volume, unfortunately. Just caution, yeah, mid the month, this is what I would advise. Now, thank you so much for your support, for your loyalty. I am very grateful to you. Have a restful, relaxing weekend and a successful week ahead.